What's the deal? You already know what it is. Back with another video to pump out to my young boys, maybe girls, but no. Today, I want to get on here, real quick, and talk about, essentially, the chosen one's lack of ability to fit in. I know this is one of the things that we all go through, and in these times it's easy to get caught up in feeling like you're the only one going through certain things in this walk, and it can get hard and overwhelming feeling like you alone in this. But the purpose of videos like these bring awareness, and not only to teach people something, but also just for those who already know, just know, you ain't going through this type of stuff alone. But, when it comes to our inability to fit in, it's really a gift from the Most High. It's really, a blessing, honestly. Even in times where it might seem, hard or whatever. Me, for example, I remember being young, and I remember intentionally trying to fit in to, certain groups, certain places. I used to want to hang out with certain people, and I used to kind of go on my way to try to fit in. But I used to always be met with, rejection from, those same people I used to want to get, be included by. And, over time, it turned, I kind of stopped caring. As I got older and started being more comfortable with myself, it was like, okay, I was just myself. But, again, I remember being young and being like, dang, like, why it seemed like I can't be popular, like, why it seemed like I can't fit in, even though in my head I felt like I had what it took to fit in, But, little did I know at the time, that's really the Most High's, that was really the Most High's protection. He was keeping me away from those groups or certain crowds. And, he will do that. He'll do that a lot when, when we are caught up on something, and sometimes we can be stubborn and we want something to go our way, or we'll try to be, around certain people or be around a certain, person or whatever. And, those people that sit up there and go ghost on you, that's something I've experienced recently, in my older years. People, you'll be talking to somebody and then they'll just, for little to no reason, just, go ghost on you and just vanish. And you'll be like, what happened? But that's really the Most High. The Most High will, if you won't physically yourself separate yourself from certain people, the Most High will influence that person to just separate themselves from you. If they're not meant to be around you, then the Most High is going to make a way to remove them. Trust and believe that's going to happen. So, and then when it comes to nowadays, when it comes to a lot of y'all inability to fit in, and, I'm sure some of y'all got cases like mine where, again, initially you probably thought you wanted to fit in, but then after not being able to fit in for so long, you kind of just adapted the mentality of, okay, I guess I just don't fit in. So, you kind of start embracing the fact that you can, stand out and not have to be in the crowd and everything like that. And then fast forward, now people look down upon you for that. Now, you a recluse, or, you antisocial, or, you weird. But, the Most High, scriptures describe us as being a peculiar people and a royal priesthood. And the reality of it is, not everybody deserves y'all energy. Not everybody deserves y'all presence, or it's just not everybody deserves to be around y'all. Y'all are that special. And, people might look at you as being, cold, or, callous, or whatever, because I'm sure some of y'all ain't trying to participate in, these holidays, these pagan holidays and all of that type of stuff. And, you probably got family and friends that'll gaslight you and be like, oh, you really ain't gonna woo, 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 woo. You following the Bible. I hear this a lot. I've heard it a lot. People say, oh, you really following the Bible like that? Like, oh, I ain't in it like that. People be like, oh, you better than me. You follow, you think you And the fact of the matter is, you are better than a lot of those people because they don't get it, but it's not meant for them to get it. The dark is not going to be able to comprehend the light. That's just how it goes. And the thing is, the Most High is calling us to be set apart. We are not supposed to be in the mix of, the people that are, essentially destroying the world. You're not supposed to, bad communication corrupts good manners. You're not supposed to be around these people a lot of the time. And, it's just the pill that some of y'all may have to still swallow. Some of y'all probably are still trying to fit in with certain groups and be around certain people. But, and you get burned every time you get around those people. And if you also, another thing, if you actually just pay attention, the Most High will reveal to you why you don't need to be around them in the midst of you being around them. He'll give you signs and show you things that that'll clearly point to this person being a red flag or these group of people being a red flag. But again, humans, we want to be a part. We want to be included in something. We are social creatures. And, a lot of the times people just want to be a part and they don't want to be left out. And that comes at, people's detriment a lot of the times. And again, that's why y'all are a threat to the establishment, because y'all don't care to be around people. Y'all don't care about fitting in, and y'all don't care about, being accepted, essentially. You're willing to go at it alone. And if it's just, you and the Most High in the end, you perfectly fine with that. So, and again, that gets under a lot of people's skin because a lot of people ain't fully content with themselves on that level. A lot of people they haven't fully accepted, they haven't accepted themselves yet on that level to be, not included in something or not a part of whatever. Again, you get into the pagan holidays, a lot of the times people come into the truth, or, they not even necessarily come into the truth, but they'll come into the information of, that such and such is pagan and shouldn't be celebrated. But, they still have a hard time detaching from those things because it's a stronghold. It's really a demonic stronghold. And, it's the inability of, again, essentially being set apart, not being included, and, choosing the Most High over, feelings. A lot of the times when it comes to people's attachment to these holidays, it's all really, it all boils down to feelings, and it boils down to what people feel in their heart. But the Bible says that the heart is wickedly deceitful above all things, and who can know it? Who can know somebody's heart? And the thing is, people get caught up so much in their feelings and their heart and all of that type of stuff. And again, not only does the Bible say the heart is wickedly deceitful, but if you are, if you are versed in the word, or if you study the scriptures, you will see that there was plenty of times where people, in the days of old, the pagans, and they were doing things that they felt was right in their heart, and they felt was right, and they felt it was right in their heart and their feelings. They felt that it was good the way that they was, sometimes they would reverence God, or they felt like in their heart they was glorifying God, but the whole time it was making him angry. He says that your feast days make him sick. That's your Thanksgivings and all of that type of stuff. And even that's your Christmas. So it's like, even when you sit up there and say, okay, in my heart, I feel like I'm doing the right thing. God doesn't want you to do what's in your heart. He wants you to do what he's saying do. And, that's kind of all it is to it. Everybody got an opinion, but the Most High's opinion is the only one that's a fact. It doesn't matter how you or I personally feel about a certain thing. If he says, okay, we're not keeping traditions of man, then, we ain't keeping no traditions of man. If he says that we're not supposed to consume the swine flesh, then it's just kind of like that. But, again, a lot of people get emotionally attached to these things, and a lot of people are under a lot of demonic curses, and they don't like that you are easily able to break said curses. And I ain't gonna say it was easy for all of us, but some of us was just born with a certain spirit where it's like, okay, once we awaken and we see that, okay, the Most High doesn't like this, then you put those things away because you no longer like it. The Bible talk about indignation, and I'm gonna drop that on there too, but the Bible talk about indignation, and I had to look up what that word meant, and essentially, to paraphrase, it's just righteous anger. It's righteous anger at the mistreatment of our people, essentially. And a lot of y'all can't participate, and again, in a lot of these holidays, a lot of these gatherings, a lot of these things, because you have that indignation, and certain things just really boil your blood and set your spirit on fire. It's like you literally cannot be around certain energies, and you can't be around certain people. And the Most High has it that way for a reason. You are supposed to be set apart. You are a royal priesthood. Not many people are even meant to be around you like that. So, and then I read that actually. I read that yesterday, and that message came right on time. It tells you like, okay, you sit alone because of your indignation. You rely on the Lord, and a lot of those other people in the world, 2/3, they rely on man. They rely on each other. So, that's where you get into let the dead bury the dead. Because I seen that as well. That's also been a conflicted thing. This might be a little controversial because this is about to get a little deep. But even when it comes to like funerals and stuff like that, for even family members and all of that type of stuff, being around stuff like that. For me personally, this is me being transparent. I just can't. Like if it come down to it, I'd rather not even be around, because when it comes to the funerals, we like to say everybody that dies, you just splatter their face on some clouds and you just say, okay, they going to heaven. Everybody that dies is going to heaven, and we got to sit through the service of family member or not. We got to sit through this service of this pastor ham hock, sitting up there talking about whatever, and then it's just a lot of these environments, it's just like we can't be around a lot of this stuff. And even though in cases these be your family members, whatever, the Bible say let the dead bury the dead, and a person is judged from their fruits. It's like if this person was wilding and not living accordingly to the Most High, it's like why is the world set to where we, not to say we don't sit up there and bury them, but you get what I'm saying. Like if like the Bible say what it say. It say let the dead bury the dead, and I know it's a reason why, or I don't know. I know I'm not alone on this one. I'm going to these funerals and all of this stuff like that, and it just don't sit right even being in there. I know I can't be the only one feeling that. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling a little bit. But again, don't let these people gaslight y'all into thinking that you are, something is wrong with you. You are the way you are for a reason. You are supposed to be set apart. And you're not alone. Even though you are set apart, you are not alone. We are scattered abroad. There's plenty of us that's also out here going through it, but we just got to stay diligent in our word and cleave on to the Most High even tighter in these times. And that's the message for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll be on here again with more content. If it's something that you want me to react to, my Instagram is Born Road. You can send me something through my inbox, or you can drop it in the comment section here. That's pretty much it. I love y'all. Take care. Stay safe. I'm on y'all boys.
This that reality shit.